everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. Joined by Grant Hill and Tim Legler, this is Brian Anderson, and we'll have Ali LaForce reporting for us. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You take a look at Toronto, not the start they were hoping for. They're in the bottom half of their conference. And of course, there are the Hornets. They're currently tied. So the Raptors starting five. The perimeter filled up by Barrett and Ingram. Barnes is the 4 with Pirtle in the middle. And it's Quickly in at the point guard position. And for Charlotte, Bridges at the 4 with Plumlee at center. Ball is joined in the backcourt by Knipple. And it's Miller in at small forward. All right, Grant, when your team is in the second game of a back-to-back, do you play it differently?
You know, it depends on what happened in the first game. Did your starters have to play a lot of minutes? Did you get into double overtime? It just depends, B.A.
Now here's Ball. Pass to Bridges. Lets it go from deep. He drops it from range.
A true playmaker, when Ball isn't creating for himself, he's creating for others.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Outside Barrett. And here's Barnes. Lets the 3 fly. Hits the three-pointer.
Well, I see your 3 and I raise you 1. That's a great reply by Barnes.
Pass to Plumlee. Here's Knipple. Here's the 3. Rebounded by Ingram. Gives us a chance to catch up with Ali LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. As far as Brandon Ingram goes, Coach believes that space is the key. He told me, quote, if we can close the gap, there aren't as many tools that he can go to, especially if we have a second defender to throw an occasional arm out. Percentages drop quite a bit in those cases. Brian, back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Ali.
And the thing I love about Barrett in watching him, he plays with toughness and determination.
And here's Charlotte now. The last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
Today's game is about effort and energy. They got crushed on the glass the last time these teams played.
Well, I don't think you can look at these matchups and think it can be just one guy. I would have everybody on the glass to help out.
First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Outside Ingram. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
That is strong. Ingram taking it right to the defense.
Charlotte has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Pass to Knipple. Ball taking his time here. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Ooh, excellent D there from Quickly. And a series of injuries for Emmanuel Quickly last season, Tim, stalling his ascent.
Yeah, and we're all hoping that's all behind him now, because there is a lot I like about his game. The quickness, the deep shooting, the ability to take you off to dribble. No doubt, Emmanuel Quickly, a guy we have to watch.
An emerging player.
Absolutely.
Here's Knipple. The Raptors making their last shot. The 3 from Ball. Barnes with the rebound.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Toronto passing it around. 5 to shoot. Unloads. Plumlee pulls down the board.
He got the space he wanted for his mid-range. He just wasn't able to convert.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Buries it from 3.
Always eager to find a bucket. Ball drops into his shot immediately.
The Raptors with a lead. Here's Quickly. No points yet. Barnes passes to Ingram. Shoots over Miller. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Well, they put up a nice win against Chicago last time out.
They were allowed to ramp up their offense as the defense they faced was barely present.
Yeah, they didn't play down to the level of their opponent. That's not an easy thing to pull off, but they certainly were focused in this one.
There's Ball with a three. That doesn't go either for Ball.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
And here's Barnes. 17 points for him last game against Indiana.
And he really contributed on defense. Brought the intimidation with 2 big blocks.
Here's Ball. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Ball's got 5 points.
With his size and quickness, Ball's pull-up is unstoppable.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And here are some of the best rebounders at the point guard spot from this year's rookie class. 4th, LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, there's really a science to it all. It's about reading shot trajectories and getting the right positioning as well. And so far, they're doing it better than most.
Well, point guards now are expected to contribute in every phase, and you can see that just by looking at their rebounding numbers.
Now here's Quickly. No made baskets yet. Pass to Barnes. From behind the arc. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. Miller on the wing. Lets it fly. Tried to bank it in, but it misses.
And normally that's an easy 2 for him. I'm surprised he missed that one.
Here's Barnes. And the Raptors miss again.
It's a tough stretch for him right now. He may want to find a different way to stay involved.
It's Bridges on the wing. To the inside. Here's Miller. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound in this one. To win the drought. And Quickly finishes it off.
That's a lot of focus that time by Quickly. So good at working his way through the contact.
Ball with it. Against Chicago, he was really on his game. Bridges passes to Ball. Here's Knipple, guarded by Barrett. Plumlee, a screen on Barrett. Here's Knipple. He had a big outing in that Bulls game as well. And the basket by Plumlee.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
We see this in the NBA all the time. It is very difficult to keep a lead in this league.
Here's Ingram. They trail by 1. Pirtle with a screen on Miller. Pass to Barnes. Quickly outside. Back to Barnes. Outside Barrett. The 3 ball. The Hornets pull it in. Here's Knipple. This one for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And Ingram has got the ball here for Toronto. It's Barrett on the wing. Knipple with the rebound.
That's a missed opportunity, and that is one he would love to have back.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
And this is year 2 for Coach Charles Lee at the helm of the Hornets, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., a long-time assistant. He knocked on plenty of doors before finally securing the lead role. And that determination to break through, something he's looking to impart to his young roster.
And the Hornets making a change here. Sexton's checked in.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Ingram, the pass to Barnes. That one's good on the sweet setup by Ingram. Barnes has got 6 points.
And when Scotty Barnes is making threes, it opens up their offense.
Pirtle against Plumlee. Pass the ball. Launches a three. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 5 rebounds in the game. Now Ingram. 23 points for him last game against Indiana.
And he promoted team chemistry. That's how you do it, by moving the ball.
The Hornets with a lead. Pass to Sexton. Here's Knipple from downtown. Barnes with the rebound. Quickly deciding where to go with it. Outside for Ingram. Outside Barrett. Ball with a steal. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. And the 3 off target.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Here's Quickly. Inside. Here's Pirtle. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. And it's a tie ball game.
Yeah, and that's his bread and butter right there. That's where Pirtle wants to operate. Right there in the paint in front of the rim.
And here's Knipple from the arc. He hits that one. 2 for 5 now.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Both teams deciding to change it up. Raptors trail by 3. Now here's Barnes. He has 6. Pass to Shed. And here's Dick. 6 to shoot. And the 3-pointer goes.
And I love Dick's aggressive mindset. I mean, this is how lethal he can be catching and firing.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Scotty Barnes letting everyone know. He said, I'm a great defender. I feel like it doesn't really get talked about enough. I guard whoever, 1 through 5. That's what I pride myself on and what I'm ready to do every time I step on the floor. PA?
A tone setter at that end. Thanks much for the report, Allie. Here's Barnes. After Charlotte's 3-pointer on the other end. Over to the wing. There's the triple. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Driving to the basket. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, excitement building in Ontario ahead of this coming May when the WNBA makes its long-awaited launch north of the border. The Toronto Tempo will become Canada's first ever WNBA franchise. And with that league finding a rhythm, this debut feels right on time.
It's a beautiful thing. Shams, appreciate the report. And that's good as he hits both shots.
He's as good as it gets at the line. Pretty much automatic.
Barnes with a screen on James. Down low. And stolen by Bridges. Outside Sexton. 1:29 left to play in the first quarter. Bridges against Barnes. Back to Sexton. 3-pointer. Rebound Toronto. Pirtle's got 7 rebounds in the game. Ingram, the pass to Pirtle. Now here's Dick. The 3 is up. Knocks down the triple. Dick's got 6.
I'll tell you, Grady Dick can shoot for days. I mean, his confidence from beyond the arc is really incredible.
Pass to Bridges. There's 47 seconds left in the opening quarter. Back to Sexton. And there's James from the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. He's got 6.
Well, you can't ignore someone like that on the perimeter. If he gets a good look, he is going to knock it down.
Grant, they could attempt a 2 for 1 here.
They could. The key here is a good look.
James against Ingram. Beyond the arc. Knipple with the rebound. Charlotte leading by 5. To the paint. Here's Bridges. Again, Charlotte.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Ingram on the wing. Check by James. Here's Shed. Offensive rebound. Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, B.A.
Yeah, wanting to close the gap. Makes sense to get aggressive on the glass here. And so the first quarter is in the books. Hornets out in front, up 5. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Charlotte?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
It's what the league looks like these days, but it's not always easy to pull off and execute it.
Here's Shed. He's scoreless. They've got Trey Mann. Miles Bridges is out there with James. Then there's Colin Sexton. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hornets. And the basket by Abaji.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
And the Hornets with possession here. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Brooklyn where they'll face the Nets. It'll be the start of a 3-game trip on the road. Pass to James. From outside the arc. Sinks the tray. James has got 9.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Raptors trail by 5. Here's Shed. Up top, Dick. Here's Mamukelashvili. Sexton passes to Bridges. Off target from 3-point range.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Pass to Abaji. Here's Shed. He's guarded by Mann. 5 on the clock. And it's Shed missing. Charlotte leading by 5. James left side. Cranes the triple. James has got 6 points in the quarter.
And now he's dropped 2 3-pointers in each quarter.
Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Here's Murray Boyles. Clock at 6. To the left side wing. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. The Hornets have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. And the long arms of Ochai Agbaji makes him a pest defensively.
Yeah, he is really becoming a quality 3-and-D wing as his scoring efficiency picks up. It's starting to match what he's doing on the other end with blocks, steals, and deflections.
Charlotte shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And while the Raptors are rebuilding, they're not bottoming out like some teams out there, Grant.
Yeah, they have some pieces. I mean, some young guys who can really play. And with the lottery odds flattened out in the play-in tournament, that middle road is more agreeable than in years past.
Miller's checked in for Charlotte. Toronto also changed it up. Brandon Ingram is checked in for Mamukelashvili. R.J. Barrett comes in for Dick. And Quickly subbed in for Shed. Now here's Quickly, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Here's Abaji. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. James outside. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Raptors trail by 7. Quickly passes to Barrett. Knocked away. They push it up 4 on 3. Pass to Quickly. Back to Barrett. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
And Barrett's showing you some toughness there. He's able to absorb the contact and still convert.
The third pick in the 2019 draft, R.J. Barrett has that ideal build for an NBA wing, Legs.
Well, B.A., he definitely has that. 6'6", strong, athletic. But what's the biggest key for R.J. going forward? It's consistency with his shooting, which can complement his ability to create off the dribble.
Well, every team is looking for wings who can defend multiple positions. Who's at the top of your list, Tim?
Yeah, I look at a guy like Lou Dort. Look at a guy like Jaden McDaniels. They've got length, a whole lot of want-to, and they've got the ability to guard multiple positions.
Sexton, that's good.
And this is how skilled of a scorer Sexton is. Able to make difficult shots in the defense's face.
Ingram against Miller. Outside Ingram. Pass to Quickly. Outside Barrett. Just 4 to shoot. Gets the 3 ball to go. Barrett's got 6 here in the quarter.
Barrett's showing you what you have to be off the ball. A threat who is always ready.
And here's Charlotte now. It's a 3-point game. Here's Knipple. Bridges, a screen on Barrett. And here's Knipple from the arc. Fires in the triple. Knipple's got 12 points.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Barrett going inside, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Miles Bridges.
And really pushing the action at the defense. That's one of the things Barrett does very well.
And these will be his second and third shots at the line here. The first free throw is good.
And when you look at what R.J. Barrett brings to the table as a wing, he's a very dependable scorer that can attack you at all 3 levels.
Jakob Poeltl, he's checked in for Abaji. It's both from the stripe.
And now here in the second quarter, he's getting to the line. I like the aggressiveness.
Pass to Knipple. They set the pick. For 3. That's his 4th miss in 7 shots.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And here's Poeltl. And here's Quickly. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Ingram. Quickly's gotten his 2nd bucket.
And certainly Quickly is not afraid to attack that painted area if he sees an opening.
Miller can't get it to go. For Toronto, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. And here's Ingram outside. Great D that time from Miller. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Charlotte shooting their 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. And the Hornets making a change here. Ball's checked in. Charlotte leading by 3. Ball in the paint.
Yeah, he just finds a way. Ball determined to get that bucket.
And it's the Raptors with the ball. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
That's a game they know they probably could have won. And had a few more things gone their way, they would have.
Yeah, these games come down to making big plays in big spots, and they just didn't make enough of those.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Well, defensively, you can't allow that in a game this close.
And the Hornets with possession here. Toronto making their last shot.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys. And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Charlotte is shooting at 45% of the game so far. Lays it up and banks it in. Ball's gotten 4 this quarter.
Yeah, inside ball has to rely on his agility. That's how he finds his way to close range looks.
And so quickly we'll bring it up for Toronto. They trail by 3. Pass to Murray Boyles. For 3, Barrett. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Knippel's got 4 rebounds now. There's Ball with a 3. Inside. Stolen by Quickly. Here's Ingram. Count it. Make that 3 of 7 so far for him.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
The Hornets have gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter. Bridges misses.
Well, that is a nice challenge at the rim. Really altered that shot.
Pass to Pirtle. Sexton against Barrett. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And for the Hornets, they're shooting a solid 50% throughout the second. Toronto's gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Quickly passes to Pirtle. Over Sexton. The shot by Pirtle, no good. The Hornets with a lead. Here's Bridges. Drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
Well, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Salon, he's checked in for Bridges. The Raptors also with a sub. Barnes is checked in. Raptors trail by 3. Outside Barrett. Just 5 to shoot. Toronto needs to get off a shot here. And Barnes the bucket on the assist by Barrett. Barnes has got 9.
Barnes was waiting on that shot. All he needed was for the ball to find him.
Sexton passes to Miller. Tipped. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats for Miles Bridges.
And by looking at his true shooting percentage over the last 5 games, you can see how much he's paying attention to his shot selection. And it's showing.
Barnes against Miller. There's the block.
I mean, he just continued to work for the block. Miller not letting up an ounce of effort.
Cashes it in from 11 feet. Miller's gotten his first points in this one.
Oh, he has a lot of tools in the toolkit. That right there was just one of them.
Outside Ingram. Knipple with the rebound. Knipple's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Salon. Again, Charlotte. Raptors trail by 4. Ingram with the ball. He has 6. Picked by Pirtle. Ingram, the pass to Pirtle. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Ingram. Ingram's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Yeah, well, if you're looking for a pick-and-roll partner, Pirtle is a good man to call on.
Charlotte is shooting 56% for the second quarter. The 3 from Ball. Rebound Toronto. Pirtle's got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
Well, he's not having as much success shooting the ball early as he wanted, but so far, it's not hurting their team performance.
Now here's Barnes. He's got 9. Shot clock at 5. Here's Barrett. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
The shooters shoot, and he didn't quit. Much better performance this quarter.
Ball outside. Uses the glass on the layup. Ball's got 6 in the quarter.
And the defense just has no answers for him right now. With each made basket, the more his confidence continues to grow.
And so here is Toronto, trailing by 2. Pass to Pirtle. 59 seconds left to play in the half. And he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert.
Yeah, the defense gets in Barrett's face, so he gets aggressive right back, winning the and one chance.
This will be his 4th shot at the line here in this one. Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Plumlee comes in for Salon, and Miles Bridges subbed in for Sexton. And that one drops, so now they lead by 1. You know, Tim, both of Jakob Poeltl's parents played volleyball for the Austrian national team.
Yeah, he comes from an athletic family, and he certainly has a lot of agility for his size. And I think, B.A., in today's game, you need your big men to be able to move their feet.
You know, when everything's clicking, Ball can steal the show, and we're seeing it right here.
A chance at a 2-for-1.
You have to find ways to use the clock to your advantage.
Miller against Ingram. Pass to Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
Oh, a really deep 3 that time. Knipple's got 16 points. Wow, 8 lead changes in the first half. Unbelievable.
Yeah, both sides digging in for what looks like a war.
Pirtle with a screen on Miller. Down low. 2 on the clock. And Pirtle gets it to go on the assist by Ingram. Ingram's got assist number 5 here tonight. It's a tie game in Charlotte. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Welcome, folks. It's halftime, and the Charlotte Hornets are in the midst of a very close game.
The pace of this game is suiting them well, and it makes sense. After all, they're the ones setting it up.
Yeah, that's what you want. Establish the tempo while staying under control. They can run away with this literally.
Now it's time to check in on how the Rookie of the Year race is shaping up.
These young fellas have been hot. Usually, I'd say it's too soon to tell much, but right now, they're balling.
The talent on display is undeniable. The endurance part, though, open question.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And so here is Toronto. So for Toronto right now, quickly at point with Barrett by his side. They're the guards. Ingram the 3 with Barnes the 4. And it's Pirtle in at the center position. That's in. Coming off an assist from Barnes. That's 10 points for Jakob Pirtle.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Pass to Plumlee. Out to Bridges. From the arc. And Charlotte another 3. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
Here's Quickly. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, it's unselfishness, ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe. Back to you.
Yeah, got to roll with the punches. Thank you, Allie. Here's ball. Toronto making their last shot. Back to Miller. The 3 is up. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Quickly passes to Pirtle. Over Plumlee. And there's Toronto with another bucket.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Pass to Knipple. And he's going for the lob.
Yeah, the instant LaMelo sees the opening, he's moving the ball. He jumps at the chance to feed a wide open guy.
And Ingram has got the ball here for Toronto. They lead by 1. Pirtle with a screen on Miller. Quickly outside. A 3 from Barnes. Plumlee pulls down the board. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds in the game. And here's Knipple from the arc. Rebounded by Ingram. Toronto has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. A skill Scotty Barnes definitely possesses is the ability to guard multiple positions, Grant.
Yeah, he has that blend of quickness and length to smother shooters. And he has the strength to deal with bigger guys, too.
That free throw no good. And we're seeing teams now that have found success with twin towers inside. What's behind that, Tim?
Well, there's a big difference between positionless basketball and small ball. Key is, if you can be big and skilled, that's a pretty tough combination to match up with.
No matter how the game changes, rebounding is always going to be a factor.
It's always key.
Here's Knipple. He's got 16. Pass the ball. The 3. Rebound Toronto. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. It's Barrett on the wing. No good on the 3.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
And it's stolen by Plumlee. Ball no good. Toronto's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 3rd. Ball against Quickly. And he converts the layup. Quickly's got 8 points.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Bridges outside. Here's Knipple, guarded by Barrett. Three-pointer, Bridges. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder. Barnes against Bridges. Barnes gets it to go inside.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
And here's Charlotte now. Pass to Knipple. It's Bridges on the wing. He's guarded by Barnes. And stolen by Barrett. Here comes Toronto on the push. And that one is stuffed right through.
Well, as soon as they came up with that basketball, Barrett was out and he was running. And then he was able to convert on the break.
Now here's Miller. Making a mark on the offensive end. Scoring around 13 a game. To the middle. Here's Ball. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. 15 points in the game.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Pass to Quickly. Now here's Pirtle. Picked by Pirtle. Here's Ingram. Plumlee pulls down the board. Hornets trail by 4. Now Ball. 15 points in the game. Offensive board. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. For Toronto, they've gone 6 for 9 in the half. Barrett can't hit. And for the Hornets, they're shooting just about 33% since this second half started. Back to Bridges. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Ball no good.
Well, he was able to sink a triple back in the first half, but he has yet to connect here after the break.
And that one's good. Quickly's got 10 points.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Well, he saw the opportunity and he went for it. I love his competitiveness.
Here's Knipple, guarded by Barrett. Takes it inside. Ball outside. They set the pick. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Miller. Charlotte, no good that time either.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
The shot's good. And it's an 8-point Toronto lead.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Here's Ball. And his scoring average of 31.5 points a game is fantastic. And Charles Lee wants a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.
They're giving up a lot of points in the paint. That's something they have to address here.
The rotations right now are just not good enough. That's going to be a problem defensively all night.
Sexton's checked in for Charlotte. The Raptors also with a sub. Dick, he's checked in for Brandon Ingram. Here's Bridges, and he scores it. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
Big ups to this coaching staff. Great play design there.
And it's the Raptors with the ball. 6-point game. Outside Dick. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Stolen by Bridges. Sexton passes to Bridges, and it's Bridges with the jam.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Well, not all turnovers are created equal. Live ball turnovers lead to that.
And Toronto has possession after the basket by Charlotte. Back to Barnes. It's Barrett on the wing. It's deflected. Pass to Sexton. The three. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Dick, the pass to Pirtle. Now quickly. Here's Barrett. Shot from the low post is good. Barrett's got 6 in the quarter.
It's been the R.J. Barrett show tonight. Absolutely relentless. Another bucket for him.
And Ball will bring it up here for Charlotte. Outside Sexton. Bridges, a screen on Dick. Pass to Bridges. Plumlee, a screen. Bridges passes to Plumlee. And here's Knipple from the arc. That's good. And now he's 5 for 11 in this one.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Raptors lead by 3. Barnes feeling it out a bit. Pass to Dick. There's the 3. The rebound by Bridges. Bridges has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Knipple for the tie. On target from range. Knipple's got 22.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Now here's Barnes. He's got 16. Pass to Dick. Outside Barrett. 4 on the clock. Here's quickly. Sexton grabs the board. Here's Charlotte. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. 3-pointer, Bridges. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got 5 rebounds in the game. Dick with it, picked up by Sexton. Dick with a miss. And for the Hornets, they're shooting about 40% so far in the third. The 3 from Ball. A 3-ball from LaMelo.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's quickly. Outside Barnes. Back to quickly. Stolen by Ball. It's stolen by Barnes. Quickly outside. Outside Barrett. Pass to Pirtle. Inside. Here's Barnes. Bucket again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense. And here's Charlotte. They're on a 13-4 run. And Charles Lee wants a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Tim, with his agility and that 7'3" wingspan, Scotty Barnes can guard virtually anyone.
Well, because he's got the combination, Brian, of lateral quickness and physicality. He is great at the point of attack and fighting through screens. Just a top-shelf defender.
So Toronto going with almost an entirely new group here. And these are the guys that continue to come through from the charity stripe. You take a look at Dick. He's been fantastic. Only one guy in the league better from the line. And, of course, Brandon Ingram, they find themselves several spots behind.
Both of these guys excel at the line. And you just know their coaches love it. Guys who are reliable late in games.
And here are the Hornets now. They lead by 1. Bridges outside. Down low. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. The offensive rebound.
And that really has to lift his teammates' spirits right now.
I'll tell you, Grant, these second chance buckets could be what this game comes down to.
Well, in a game this close, that is a huge play.
Outside Ingram. Pass to Abaji. Here's Dick. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Dick's gotten his third basket of the night.
Getting the ball inside, usually a pretty good recipe.
Here are the Hornets with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Bridges feeling it out a little bit to the middle. Rebound Toronto. Murray Boyles has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Shed. He's guarded by man. Here's Murray Boyles. Counted from distance. Murray Boyles has got his second basket of the night. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Toronto's gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. And he lays it up and in. And it's a 4-point Raptor lead.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
3-pointer Bridges. That shot missing. And we've reached the end of the third. Toronto out in front, up 4. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Knippel and Miller on the wings. Then there's Colin Sexton, and it's Salon in at the 4. That's the Hornets 5. Toronto leading by 4. Ingram, the pass to Dick. Takes the 3. That shot, no good. And so it's Sexton who brings up the ball for Charlotte. Pass to Salon. Here's Knippel. Just 5 to shoot. Now Sexton fires the 3. Pure from three-point range.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line. Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Miller against Ingram, and he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Well, Grant, a wrist injury hampered Brandon Miller in year 2. Good to have him back in action, though.
Yeah, the number 2 pick in 2023. I mean, the future is still bright for Miller, and he'll have every opportunity to fulfill his immense potential.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, with the size and versatility Miller brings to the table, he's a tough cover for just about anyone.
Miller hits them both. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. And it's Ingram off the drive. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
I've been in this position. Your team is up. You want to drive in the dagger. He may be a little overeager.
Ooh, nice shot by Miller.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
And that is great leadership. He certainly has that clutch gene that every team needs.
Now here's Dick. And it's off from three-point range. Miller with it, and it's Ingram picking him up. 4-3. Miller can't get it to go. Toronto has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Pass to Murray Boyles. Outside Dick. Fires from deep. And again, Toronto, no good.
Well, his three-pointer just hasn't been there in the second half.
Miller, and perfection right through the net. And the Hornets lead by 2.
Once he breaks out the crossover, you just know something special is about to happen.
To the wing, right side. Here's Shed. That three off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Ingram against Miller from outside the arc. Salon, no good. For Toronto, they've got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. Soft touch off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Charlotte lead. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Charlotte.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
I really like their effort in transition tonight, constantly pushing the pace and then turning that into points.
Pirtle's checked in for Abaji. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. There was a sense of urgency. Coach said, quote, "We are right there, guys. Just stay together and trust one another. Let's take this one. Guys, let's see how that message resonates with the team."
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Pass to Dick. Looking to win the run. And the layup is up and in. Dick's got 5 points now in the quarter.
0 rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I'm surprised because he's a guy you have to key on for something like that. You can't let him get one that easy.
For Charlotte, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Outside Sexton. And here's Knipple from the arc. Rebounded by Murray Boyles. Murray Boyles has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Shed. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Here's Salon. No good with the triple.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
Looking to get it going. Here's Shed. And he misses the go-ahead basket. And Charlotte making a change here. Plumlee's checked in. Charlotte leading by 3. Outside Sexton. Pass to Knipple. To the paint. Clock at 6. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Here's Shed. And here's Pirtle. Pirtle with a screen on Miller. Here's Ingram. And again, Toronto, no good.
At some point, you need to know when to stop shooting. Just too many misses piling up for him.
Miller can't get it to go.
And that leaves his coach scratching his head because you can't get a better look than that.
Dick, the pass to Ingram. Here's Murray Boyles. On the wing, Grady Dick. Here's Pirtle. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
Well, sometimes Pirtle goes over you and sometimes he goes right through you.
Outside Sexton. Out of bounds. Hornets ball as Charlotte keeps possession. And the Hornets making a change here. And here's Miller. 6 on the shot clock. And there's a 3-second call. This one on the defense. Just a superb read on defense to come up with a block.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
And really strong at the line since the break.
James is checked in for Miller. On defense, the Raptors. Plumlee a screen. Bridges passes to Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hang it up there like that. Raptors trail by 6. Ingram with the ball. And it's good. 2 points.
A long wing. Ingram has the ability to score down low, not just knocking down perimeter shots.
Plumlee a screen. Inside. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. And so quickly we'll bring it up for Toronto. They trail by 7. Pass to Barnes. Now Barrett. That's in. Coming off an assist from Barnes. And it's now 23 points for R.J. Barrett.
Well, Barrett is just a gifted scorer. He is so skilled at making difficult contested shots near the rim.
For Charlotte, they've gone 7 of 14 here in the fourth from the floor. Now James, covered by Ingram. Chalk up 2 there.
Yeah, I love that. He comes off the pick and takes it right to the hole.
Now Ingram. Down low. Pass to Barrett. Fires the 3. Fires it in the triple. Barrett's got 11 in the second half.
1 this half, 2 for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc.
Ball outside. Now Bridges. No one near him. Again, Charlotte.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Raptors trail by 6. Now here's Barnes. Pass to quickly. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. And you think back, not many point guards have combined the vision with the frame of LaMelo Ball.
I mean, he's 6'7" or even taller. You think about it, it's just a short list. You think of Luka Doncic, Penny Hardaway, Magic Johnson. That combination of size and court awareness is hard to stop.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Some changes for Charlotte. Miller comes in for James, and Knippel subbed in for Sexton. That's good from Bridges. Charlotte leading by 7. Here's Knippel. Here's Miller. Charlotte, no good that time either. Outside Barrett. Pass to Barnes. Back to Barrett. It's Barnes on the wing. What a terrific move that is. 20 points for Scotty Barnes.
Man, has Barnes been great here offensively. He has come out blazing.
Ball against Quickly. Throws it up high. It's stolen by Pirtle. Ball with a steal. Some solid defense from Ingram. Raptors trail by 5. Barrett. Ball with the rebound. Hornets leading by 6. Ball passes to Bridges. To the inside. And there's Plumlee on the assist by Bridges. Bridges has got assist number 5 here tonight. Outside Barrett. Pass to Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Yeah, Barnes getting an opportunity at the rim, and I know that put a smile on his face.
Hornets leading by 6. Here's Knipple. Outside Bridges. Here's Ball. Miller. Shot clock at 5. Book it! It goes!
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Now here's Ingram. Puts up the tray. Buries it from outside.
Well, they really needed that one right there, and Ingram came through in a big moment.
Outside Ball. Another chance. Oh, muscling it home. LaMelo.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Well, you see this all too often. The effort has to be there first.
And that one falls for Ball.
Well, LaMelo Ball gets a lot of attention for his flashy play, but not enough for his high basketball IQ. I mean, he sees the floor incredibly well.
Ingram fires. Oh, missed on the tray.
Well, let's make no mistake about it. If you want to cut into this lead, you're going to have to generate much better shots than that.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up by 9.
You got to respect the enthusiasm LaMelo Ball brings to his game. He thrives out here under the bright lights with all eyes on him.
And so Ball nails both of them. And so it's Ingram with it. He brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. Now Quickly. Here's Ingram. Now Barnes. Fires the 3. That misses. 1:25 left in the 4th. Now Bridges. And here's Ball. Plumlee down low. He's working on Pirtle.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
I think the key here is to be careful about playing it too safely. Just keep doing what you're doing.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Hornets.
I was really impressed with their attitude today, Graham. Competitive game. They battled through every step of the way.
And BA, can you say big-time effort and energy? I mean, just a tremendous performance. They were well deserving of this win.
And this will give them their 7th win of the year.
And this is an even matchup. 1-1 on the season series with 2 left to play.
Here's Ball. Well, Grant, this game looks just about over.
BA, all they really need to do is just work that clock, don't turn it over, and this game is a wrap.
Miller outside. Another shot. Count it!
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Yeah, the atmosphere in this arena has been unbelievable. Great all-around effort by everyone to put this game away.
Miller against Ingram. Here's Barrett. It's tipped. Now Bull. And so Charlotte takes this one by a big margin. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, BA. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Mason Plumlee.